G'day, this is Captain Noob and welcome back to One Hit Wonder, a game mode where it's an instant death for the player, but you get 2 times damage multiplier as a fighting chance. So last time we took a journey down south to the southmost Boston military checkpoint and then to Gunner's Plaza and picked up this suit of armor right here, as well as this rifle right here. So we're in pretty damn decent good shape for early game times, which we're still in. I believe we're about level 18 at this point. And today, what I want to do is firstly head down to the Boston Public Library and pick up the good little bit of loot that's in there. So let's go ahead and do that. But first off, with the first rank of science gained, I've got the opportunity to finally upgrade my righteous authority a little bit, and the Deadeye laser musket a little bit too. So starting off with that, we can get this up to a 4 crank capacitor. Now I'm debating whether this thing is actually all that useful, considering that I've already got a good sniper rifle in the form of a penetrating sniper rifle here. But I think I might leave that one alone for now. But for fusion cells, I feel like it's a good idea to upgrade this thing. So I can't do anything except for give it an improved short barrel, which is nice. It's going to take heaps of range out of it, but I'll go ahead and remedy that in a second. But that gives me better damage and better AP usage. I can get... Oh, shut the fuck up, Marcy, seriously. Alright, so I've got the sharpshooter's grip on this too, which will give me better recoil and hipfire accuracy. It also looks a lot cooler, so that's nice. For the sights, obviously I want a reflex sight to go on that. It'll make this thing so much better in VATS. And again, we'll go ahead and chuck on the beam focuser on that, and that'll bring up the range a little bit more, although it's still pretty low at this point, but I feel like the extra damage will definitely be helpful for me. And with those upgrades to Righteous Authority, let's go ahead and move on to the library then. It's tempting, I'll tell you that much. So here we are at the Boston Public Library, and a quick correction, I'm actually level 17 at this point. Now you can go through in the front and there will be super mutants there, but if you go through this way in particular, you get to talk to this intercom, and you'll pass one of the more humorous speech checks in this game.
I work here. Let me in.
Oh god, it's talking over itself.
Yes, right. My ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And with that, I think guaranteed speech check, you're allowed inside, and this thing is no longer locked, so we'll jump in. Now, you'll get greeted with a bunch of super mutants and all these tables flipped. Do yourself a favor and not trigger that until later on. I'll let the super mutants do it when they eventually run in, but you're free to take the spoils of war of these dudes. Obviously, this place has been fortified by these robots. I'm not sure if anyone else set these up. Possibly the dude who lies dead in here, which is currently naked for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, so the main bit of loot we want to get here is this intelligence bubblehead, and that'll increase it to 7 at this point. And then you'll go ahead and get ambushed by super mutants in here. So, ooh, a microscope, nice. And yeah, at this level I think the robots can deal with it on their own, and there's a master lock thing here, though I don't remember what's behind it. Don't forget the ammo's on the way out, and the 3 overdue books. In come the super mutants, and it's up to you if you want to help or not. We'll go ahead and help as best we can just for a little bit of XP. We'll go into our super sneaky stealth mode with our suit, and we'll start taking out these super mutants. Now it's a little bit hard to judge where you're actually aiming this thing because the stealth cloak actually messes up your reticule here, so aiming in third person is probably an easy way to kill these dudes. Now we're still in caution here, but I really don't feel like being hit by a Molotov, so we want to take these dudes out as soon as possible. As you can tell here, the robots are actually having barely any problems taking out these guys on their own. There's a couple more skirmishers and such running in. Out of bullets, just gotta reload. And that's how easy it is to catch a stray bullet around here. We'll try that again. Right, so let's try this again, although this time I want to change up my tactics a little bit. And whilst this thing is fairly decent with building up criticals, I believe it is probably obsoleted at this point by the deliverer maybe, so we'll switch to that. And we'll go back into third person, and we'll just take these guys out with the aid of a silencer. That's a suppressor, I should say. I feel bad for saying silencer. We're in caution now, which means we'll be receiving a little bit of blind fire, but I believe since these super mutants are detecting these protectrons here, they should have prioritize them, but probably don't want to be standing directly behind the dudes because they will hit me by mistake, probably unintentionally, I should say. Alright, he goes down, and the last couple run in. I don't think any of them triggered any grenades there, so I wonder if that trap even worked at all. So, ooh, got a few gathering down there. Not getting a hell of a lot of effectiveness out of this. I'm just going to back behind this corner here and maybe bring out something more powerful. Since super mutants are actually really tanky in the first couple of levels, it's probably the best idea to grab your best guns for this, even if they aren't suppressed. Let's see. Okay, looks like the robots handled them nice and fine. You can go ahead and take all of the ones, pipe pistols you spawned in, and that'll actually give you a pretty good supply of 38 specials. Exterminated is painted. No. Don't need that. That would just be cap fodder, I reckon. Righto, down the corridor here, there's obviously a bunch of more super mutants. Is this one basic? He's a legendary. I want to get rid of him. And, yep, alright. Since you have decided to face the wrong way, I'll just go ahead and shoot you twice for criticals. And what did you have? Now, that's actually useful for me, except maybe not whilst wearing the Chinese stealth armor. No, I'm dead again. We'll try that again. Wow, I died again. Okay. I need to rethink my tactics. Nope. Died again. I'm struggling here. We'll just quickly peek around the corner and take our shots, then duck back in. I believe that's a good idea. Even though it defeats the purpose of stealth armor that we're in danger and using an unsilenced weapon, this thing is doing a lot of damage and I don't really want it. No, I died again for some reason. Okay, I have to use a stealth sniper here. This is the way it's just gonna go down. I think Overseer's Guardian is just a little bit more unusable when I can't actually do stealthiness with it without a suppressor, so I really need to find myself a suppressor. And oh, there's a cool thing here. I didn't realize this was here before, but this might give me a good bit of cover if I could just jump up to here. Almost dead with that skirmisher. We'll move on. Some protection will take him out. And do I have a shot on you? Yes, I do. I'll just hit him in the face. Yeah, not being able to one-shot super mutants is actually a real big pain because this thing fires extremely slow and I'd rather it do something better. So we got a crit there going, which is good. But we're not in danger now because we're using a suppressed weapon. Alright, so there's the second wave of super mutants that usually stay down near the entrance. We'll let the robots march forward and take the fight to these guys, but you know what, I want to get rid of you as soon as possible. You can die. And looks like the super mutants are backing off a little bit. I'm not sure what's happening there. Ah, there you are. They just peeked around the corner for a second. Couldn't quite get the shot on him. But looks like we've got a bit of crossfire from these wolves here. I'm just going to go around the outside and try to take them out this way. Don't forget to pick up all of 38 specials on them because you could use them as bartering chips if you don't want to use it yourself. And wow, that one just disappeared. Nice. The blazing board. That is the most useless thing I could possibly get from these guys. Good job, game. Okay, so generally a bunch spawn around this corner here, so we want to take them out as soon as possible. Unfortunately, I've not got a crit ready, but if I could just take him out with the help of that Protectron, this is good. And whilst he goes by, I think it's a good idea just to stand nice and still. Yeah, do a little bit of hipfire nonsense, sure, why not? Thank you, Protectrons, you covered me there, but unfortunately there's no cover for me here, unless down this corridor here, which is good. Oh. Head back. Now the super mutants should be taken out by the Protectrons here, so that's good. What did you have on you? Acrobats on the left leg. Useful. I'll keep that if I ever need to jump for a long distance. Although that is only useful if I only have the other acrobat leg ready to go. Alright, another skirmisher here. You know what? I'm not going to do this way. I think the deliverer is the best way to go for this. Peek around the corner. Actually, no. I think the super mutant will die from the protectrons here. You can hear him stomping around below. You're not going to die, are you? Can I just get a shot on you? Yep, got a shot on you. Still in caution. Can't shoot you because bad hitboxes. That's fine. We'll just move up a little bit and take you out that way. Skirmisher still exists. Do I have a shot on him? Not really. Now I do. 76% chance I'll take it. And one more will do you in. And are we good? I think we are good here. Yep, we're all clear. We can go ahead and grab the spoils of war, then leave. Okay, with all that out of the way, nothing to do with this weapon here, but we've got almost 2,138 special rounds, so it's a decent haul. So what I want to do now is just head back to Sanctuary or someplace else where I can go ahead and craft and see if I can make that thing worth using. Okay, let's see what we can do. We can take this all the way up to the most powerful receiver here. But I want my 45 ACPs reserved to Overseer's Guardian, so I believe Calibrated Powerful is the way I want to do this. Now, as for this, I probably want this to be a pistol grip, because not only does it increase the range, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, yeah, this thing will be easier on the action points. And for the scope here, I actually want to chuck a scope on it. So this thing will be like my sniper pistol, long-range silent sniper pistol, which I'll be able to spam bullets because I've got that big old drum mag there. And what about this little barrel attachment here? I can make that long and thin, sure, why not? Running a little bit low on adhesive these days, I should be able to fix that soon, but I think I'll wait around until morning. Okay, slept overnight and now it's the morning and we've got a little bit of extra XP for the next couple of minutes. What I want to do here is just grab the food item thing and just make all the food we possibly can. Okay, with all of that meat cooked and a little bit of XP to go with it, let's go ahead and head down to Diamond City again. And heading down to Valentine's Detection Agency, I think it's time to catch up with him and Piper and get the main quest rolling once again.
Asking for your opinion. Would be a great quote.
She's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn?
Hey Nick Valentine, would you by any chance have a lead on a name of Doctor Amari that could help us break Kellogg's brain and see into his memories?
What happened? There's a place in Goodneighbor called the Memory Den.
Yeah, Goodneighbor Memory Den. That's the thing I need to go to. I happen to have a little bit of his hippocampus. Yeah, Doctor Amari, he said the thing. Alright, let's go. Now, getting to Goodneighbor is actually super easy. There's a way you can go to not actually run into a lot of things. So basically what you need to do is head down this alley here as I usually go down. There shouldn't be any trouble down here. If there's any wasteland doggos, you can take them out nice and easily. Then you go in this sort of a direction, but if you want to take a little bit of a detour, there's a little bit of a house here, and this place sort of contains a bed and some other assorted supplies, so you can go ahead and loot that if you feel like it, including some purified water if you're into that sort of survival thingy. Once you're done clearing that out, just head down this direction some more. Now you probably want to head down to the way of the Boston Public Library again, and on the way here there's just a couple of rad roaches in this particular cop station. I think I've already cleared them out though, so they shouldn't be a problem. And once you get to this corner of the library, just watch out for the ghouls that spawn here. I killed these ones earlier, so that's fine. And head in this direction. Once you're past Trinity Plaza here, which I'll just go ahead and pick up for some XP, you need to head in this sort of direction here and keep following the trail until you get to Boston Common. Now, this is where you want to start sneaking because there shall be raiders in here, as you can tell. So you can go ahead and pass him by if you've got a little bit of Chinese stealth armor, but he's relatively easy to take out. Or just get rid of that turret just because they detect you a little bit easier than idiot raiders who are chemmed up. So we'll just head down to Boston Common now. Make your way past the Boylston Club, and once you get to the combat zone corner around here, you just want to veer in this direction and keep heading down there. To your right here, you've got yourself a graveyard, and if I haven't cleared this place out already, there's a couple of shamblers in here, so it's a good idea for you to just take out all that you see. So get rid of them, and you, and yep, there's just a couple around. It's not going to make much of a problem. I've got a suppressed little weapon here, so there's no way they'll find me. Man, I should probably get better criticals at this point, or some sort of ninja perk here to make my sneak attacks better. But yeah, on the trail there's just about a couple of basic ferals, and once you head on this corner, make sure you do not go up there. You'll run into some raiders and another random encounter there. And there's a super mutant in here, but you can sneak past him. Usually he sits down right there on some sort of seat, but if he's inside, he's very, very easy to avoid. Up here you'll find yourself some gunners, including a injured one if you're like me, but chances are you won't find this guy injured at all, and probably a bad idea for me to pick a fight with him, but I hope I can lure those dudes into some super mutants, because that would be hilarious. But once you're done with that, you can head straight into Goodneighbor there. Okay, first things first, when you get into Goodneighbor, shoot this guy in his face. And it may take a while if you're using a weak weapon like that, but it'll give you a good impression with Hancock over there. Now what I want to do is just talk everyone around in this town and generally make myself a good impression, so I'm slapping on the dress once again. And let's go ahead and talk and get all these speech checks passed here. Go away, Hancock. Alright.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill.
Okay, so this is Claire. She's an Assaultron, and you can talk to her, and you can
Can't you tell?
get her to... Yeah, there's a speech check there. And I should have enough charisma to pass this thing, so hopefully, fingers crossed.
A very womanly robot.
Designation
There we go.
Assaultron.
And that's a little bit of XP there, but that's only small game there. So we'll just go back out from this conversation, and there is what's-her-face. That is Daisy, so we're going to go ahead and pop a little bit of Day Tripper here, and that'll get our charisma up. And we'll go ahead and pick up that quest for clearing out the Boston Library. Now it's probably good for you to skip through the dialogue because you are on the clock with the Day Tripper, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pass all the speech checks. More money.
It's not just the cost of it.
More money, please.
Sorry, not enough.
And there we go, we've passed that, and we've got 400 caps there. And we'll take the deal and basically screw her over. So someone with 200 or so years trading experience should know that I'm lying to her, but she's not going to care. And she'll also give you a book. And with that, we passed that little quest there and got ourselves 400 caps, which is good. Next up, we want to talk to Bobby Creepy Nose over here.
You looking for work?
Get out of my face.
Yeah, when can I start?
Well,
Skip, skip,
don't-
skip.
I'll give you 50
And then
just
you
to-
can go ahead
You can
and
do better than that.
Fine. Take a
and more
I'm
info
gonna
here.
need more
Might as well
guard.
pick that
There's
off
a
whilst we
project
can.
done, so
And
little discretion
she'll
is
just tell you
welcome.
that she's gonna go on a
This is just
dig,
a
and
bad
she's gonna be
deal.
super vague about it. That's
Kill
sort of her
me
thing.
here.
And one more speech check
Still
for
not
you.
good enough.
200, and that's as high as I go.
Then we can immediately accept
I mean,
that.
That's what I like to hear.
She'll give us the caps, open the door, but we don't have to do anything about that yet. So we'll go ahead and run into this Hotel Rexford here, and that should be good. Once inside, talk to this gentleman because he's got a little bit of a quest for you, and be sure to spam all of the skipping dialogue buttons as you stand creepily behind him. I don't think I can skip this dialogue. Yeah, basically his deal, he's a chem dealer, but he's also a drug addict himself, so rule number one of being a drug dealer is never get high off your own supply. And this is not from personal experience. Alright, let's go ahead and tell him we're looking for work, and he'll talk about something with the gunners in Hallucinogen and retrieving some sort of chems in there because he wants to get super high or some shit. But you can go ahead and talk him around to get even more caps.
Goodneighbor's full of chem addicts.
And that's good enough for him. And we'll go ahead and accept the job. We'll do that one later, but that is 400 caps would be good. Next up, what we want to do is head down into the third rail. Make sure you go ahead and sprint around everywhere because you want to get there as soon as possible. Again, you're on the clock with the day tripper. So there's Whitechapel Charlie, and we'll go ahead and buy something from him. Except buy nothing, and then once you get a job, or once you buy something, he'll give you a job, so you will skip through his dialogue.
I want to hear the.
And then we'll go ahead and quickly pass the speech check. So basically, Hancock's making me kill a bunch of, yeah, he's fronting the caps. He's fronting the caps because he wants me to kill all those triggermen who for a political campaign. So we'll just go ahead and quickly pass all of these things. And if you go ahead and click through them too quickly, the color from the thing actually goes away. So that's kind of weird. Now there you go. We've got 400 caps for that one, and we'll definitely do that. Alright, with some quick quests picked up and more money, and you know what, we'll talk to him now. So this guy gives you the Cabot House quest, which is going to be useful for grabbing the Charisma Bubblehead, because that's contained within this insane asylum, and we'll quickly get paid.
You will be well paid. I can promise.
Alright.
But you'll need to talk to my boss.
Okay, so it wasn't a multiple speech check here, so that's good.
He likes to personally come down to Cabot House.
And he'll tell us to go to Cabot House, that's fine. Excellent. So we've got special delivery unlocked there, and that'll relate to that quest tree, which we might get to later on, but... Oh, McCready's down there. I think he's done with Winlock and Barnes. If we're lucky, we can get a speech check done with him. Nope. I'm going to have to wait for them to finish their conversation, so I might as well press on with the main quest and actually go into the memory den. And Day Tripper's worn off there, and can I get a moment of silence for Winter here, who had to run around Goodneighbor wearing high heels? That kind of been comfortable. Alright, so there's Nick over there, who's going to flirt with that old chick over there. Wonder if she's a synth, I'm not sure. I'm not going to kill her to find out. But here's Doctor Amari, and you'll give her a little bit of brain and she'll plug you into the thing. And we get to watch Kellogg's life story, but I'm not going to do that. You've all seen it before, I'll just skip right through it.
Technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute.
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain.
Sorry.
No, I will not.
Okay, let's get ourselves plugged in here, and then we'll run straight through Kellogg's dream nightmare thing, and also there's a Grognak in the Ruby Ruins game here. Whilst they're doing that, it's advisable to clean out the room of loot, because you'll probably need it later, and it's not deemed as stealing. Be sure to check out all of these things here. This, to my mind, is equivalent to the weirdness that was Tranquility Lane back in Fallout 3. Oh look, it's Kellogg's life story, I don't give a shit. The dude murdered my husband. Why would I want to care about this asshole now? He was just a stupid asshole child murdering, or not really child murdering, but hubby murdering son of a bitch. I did not care about him at all. And of course, this is the first appearance of X688, but we all know this guy is his true name. He's Wesley Snipes. Come on.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance.
Well done, Doctor Amari.
You out of there.
And as soon as we're done here, we can get the hell out of here by going through this TV, which is a neat way to sort of tie it all back up. And then we get out of the memory lounger.
Slow movements, okay?
I'm sorry, I can't talk to you right now. I sense there's a radio on and I can't really have that going on in my channel, so sorry. Okay, it's gone. Good. Now we can talk to you.
Dr. Amari.
I like your hair, by the way.
How are you feeling?
I feel sarcastic.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Oh, you barely watched it, Winter. You didn't even care about the man, and I have got no problem with you not caring about Kellogg. Alright, so basically, yeah, teleportation is the way you get in. Virgil, gotta find him in the glowing sea, get some power armor, blah blah blah, except no power armor for this one.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel
I'm not
obligated
joking.
to remind you.
And that concludes Dangerous Minds for another little bit of XP there. And we can go ahead and talk to Nick too, which is, he's got a cool little thing going on with him.
Nick,
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
And you know what's the worst part about this little bit of a speech drop here? It goes nowhere. This could have been great. If Kellogg suddenly left an impression on Nick and tried to take you out, come on, you missed a good opportunity there, Bethesda. Anyway, Kellogg.
is that you?
What?
But then it's not.
What are you talking
Then it just
about?
goes away, and no one ever talks about it ever
You
again.
sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Does that mean Kellogg actually died if his consciousness is transferred into Nick? I don't know. I'm gonna go alone. Goodbye.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
No, I don't. Actually, yes, I do. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, we're ready to head into the glowing sea whenever we want. Alright, so after a little bit more buying and selling with Clary to get us a little bit more 2mm ECs, it's time to think about what we're actually going to take with us into the glowing sea in terms of apparel. So the Creation Club fortunately gives you two options for you to have. You've got the Doom Marine armor, which I'm going to wear right now, so putting that on. Now the good thing about this thing here is that it actually doesn't take up any of your face slots, so you can still wear whatever you want on your face. Oh, my mistake, it actually takes up the ring slot too, so I can't actually wear this thing, so I can't wear this thing at all, which is actually a real bit of a pain. So we probably have to find other options then. We also have the Morgan spacesuit, which from the Creation Club from, I believe, Prey. And I don't know a lot about this game, but what I do know is you fight a lot of monsters in there. And that actually does allow us to wear the death ring along with it. So I guess we're going into the glowing sea looking like this. Interesting. Fast traveling as southern down as I possibly can get. And it looks like I've alerted some raiders, but I don't think you're going to last longer against Overseer's Guardian, mate. Of course you are not. Ah, legendary raider there. It looks like I've run straight into a random encounter, which fortunately gave me a legendary raider. So I wonder what he's got on him. We just take you out. Oh shit, it's the ghouls. Okay, this is a problem. This is a huge problem. This is a problem. Quickly run. Quickly run. Alright, get them all choke point and we should be good. You know what? This is as good a time as any for a bottle cap mine, I believe. So chuck that over there and just hope I can lure him into me. Okay, a few of them died there, I believe. I could hear them all scream, and I only picked up one there. It looks like the Sanctuary Hill neighbors are coming back to get me. So there goes one more. Mrs. Park, you're the only one left, and you are dead. So let's quickly get all of that loot from them, and then we can move on. Hey, a VATS enhanced combat knife. That would actually be pretty damn good if I wasn't a guns character there. So a pretty good drop. And hey, if I want to ever go and take on the VATS way of the game, that would be probably a good idea to start using that thing whenever I'm ready. So here's Gunner's Plaza. I'm not sure how many. Ooh, there's a legendary. Okay, this is obviously one I didn't take out last time, so I might as well just wait here until my action points regen, and then I see if I can get a cheeky little hit on him. Okay, so he's just standing there. Probably not the best idea to do this with Overseer's Guardian, as luck would have it. Okay, so there's a gunner private up there. None of the turrets are alive. That's good. And we've got a clear shot at you, perhaps. Actually, no, the Fat Man guy isn't dead. I should probably make this a mission to only kill the legendary. Okay, he's shot him in the head once. and not a good idea to take him out at this point. I think we'll just take him out like this. Yeah, just quickly. Okay, now we've discovered Gunner's Plaza, which is neat. Now that guy was on the verge of detecting us. Oh god, blind fire. Quickly get rid of you. Okay, after the game hiccuped a little bit there, we're able to take him out there. And what did you have? Fortifying synth right leg, that's actually a pretty neat drop. And a focused agitated laser rifle. That might be better than Righteous Authority, so I think that's a good improvement. Now that we've discovered Gunner's Plaza, we can fast travel here whenever we feel like it, which is probably not advisable on this difficulty or this game mode, but it's an option. While you're on the way down south, there is a little guardhouse here for all the trains, and you can get a couple of little bits of loot in here. Nothing too great. Bunch of pre-war money in that duffel bag though, so those two skeletons were up to no good before they died, so interesting. Now, looks like we've got radstags here. This is usually a place where they spawn, and this is a place where I've found legendaries before. We're detected by something. We are in Mirelurk territory right now, so it's probably a good idea to stay as stealthy as we possibly can, although I'm not too worried about Mirelurks, all things considered. Okay, just another doe is left. I think it's a good time just to, yeah, it's a good time just to cross this river, knowing that these are only very weak radstags. It's a good time to cross this little swampy river. Okay, so this is a place where I believe stingwings spawn, and I don't feel like dealing with those blokes, so I'm just going to pass that by. This little statue here is home to a raider, just a lone raider, so we should have no trouble taking them out. Unless they're a raider veteran, of course. That complicates things. Okay. I think this is a good time as any for a big old Gorse rifle shot. One crank. Says about half damage or full damage if the dude is shot in the head. So we'll try that. Just wait for you to stand still, mate. If you could just hold still for a second. Ah, that is the worst place for you to stand. Okay. Again, do it again. Okay, this time I will. Quickly shoot you. No, we died. Good idea. Taking him on, I think. Very good idea. Oh, looks like we've got a legendary radstag this time. So, interesting. If I could just kill him easily, that would be another cool legendary weapon or thing for me to have. Or it could just be yet another disappointment, but I guess we'll see. He should only be surrounded by two does. Rad-powered, enameled, okay. So it's a little bit more useful than the other stuff, but rad-powered is only good once you get it stacking with a bunch of other rad-powered armor, so it's probably not what I want to do. It is time to level up once again, and we'll go ahead and chuck that into Rifleman, so now Overseer's Guardian will be doing much better damage. Now, with this new perk in Rifleman, I probably still don't have the strength to take him on, but I'll go ahead and sneak past him anyways. Well, according to that, it's a little bit more, that's actually a little bit more viable, but I'm not going to be lied and tricked by VATs again. That's just lame. If you just weave in between Vault 95 over here and this little scrapyard place here, you can find yourself a very easy path, and I believe there are some bloatflies on this road here, which are potentially dangerous, so we want to get rid of them as soon as possible. We're out of action points though, because we've been sneaking and sprinting around a lot, so that makes it a little bit harder to stay hidden and stealthy. Now we might have the possibility of seeing a glowing bloatfly here, which would be very, very much over my level, probably still even double. I think those guys clock out at level 36 or something. So yeah, just the basic one, so nice and leveled. So we'll just try to take him out now. He should probably have a few mates around somewhere perhaps, but they're insects and they're not known for their highly perceptiveness, so I believe we are good just to pass by this place. Although, here we go, just another bloatfly. Well, let's see, if you can survive a 308 but you can't survive a 45 ACP, I don't know where that makes sense. There's a vertibird coming in. They'll probably pick a fight with a bunch of super mutants, and I'm not getting involved with that fight. Definitely not. And here we are at the edge of the glowing sea here, and I believe that is as good a time as any to call it apart there as soon as we level up. Oh, hold on, there's something else up there. Nope, first things first, leveling up, so we can get rank 3 of Gunslinger or rank... Nope, no ranks in Rifleman. Nothing in Sneak is available yet. Science rank 2, that is actually kind of tempting. How's Gun Nut going? So we won't get the next one until rank 25, which is a little bit of a ways away. But I believe Science rank 2 will improve our Righteous Authority a little bit. But then again, so will Gunslinger. I believe that is the best course of action now. And I've been enjoying using the Deliverer anyways. Anyway, what have we got up here? Just a bloatfly, I would assume. He's not aggro anymore, so I suppose... It's a raider, actually. Would you happen to be a legendary raider? Oh, wait, no, he's just a bloke up there. Fine, he won't bother me. I'll just soon be out of this place in real time, so that should be fine. But that's it there. That is, I think, yeah, that'll call it apart. Okay, he is legendary. Okay, it's on. It's on now. So... we'll just go ahead and try to take you out this way. We've got to climb our way to the thing. If that vertibird comes along and helps me with yet another legendary enemy, I'd be pretty thrilled, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure with our new and improved Righteous Authority, that's not Righteous Authority, Overseer's Guardian, we should be able to take these guys out nice and quickly. Now, let's just... take this nice and carefully and easily. There's usually... well, according to this, there was 2. Okay, so one of them was just a doggo. That's fine. And, yep, you're a legendary raider. Doesn't appear to be very high level because I am killing him in one shot, according to that. But let's see if it reigns true. It does. Just got to deal with his doggo now. There we go. So, legendary raider and his doggo taken out. And what have we got on you, mate? We have got a... Sentinel's leather left arm. Useful, but not for me, unfortunately. And we also get a little bit of a bed here, so we can lie down and wait till morning if we want to. And also we get one of these.
Got it.
They actually had radiation supplies in them, which would make sense for this place. So good on you there for making that RNG thing there make sense, Bethesda. Also another ammo box here.
Sweet.
Some 45 ACPs, and a guaranteed spawn of a combat rifle, I'd imagine. And in this trailer, I believe is as good a time as any. Now we can call it apart there. So if you enjoyed this and would like to try this game mode out for yourself, be sure to check out the description. Links will be down there for you on all platforms too. And yeah, thank you for watching, guys.